What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, NBA DFS video. It is Saturday. It is February 24th, and we are back with another video for you guys. Sorry I did not have a video yesterday. The internet, when I was trying to do it, and then the internet seemed like it was going slow, so I ended up running a test on it. It was getting like 10 megabytes a second when I was supposed to be getting a gig. So they had to come out, they had to look at it. So I didn't have a video there, but and you may be new to the channel, there's a lot of new people to the channel. Anytime there's not a video out, normally by, let's just say, noon day of, there's probably not going to be a video. But we have an article on the website, we have all the content on the website, and if you click on the link in the description of this video and go to our Discord channel, I explained that pretty early on in the day there probably wouldn't be a video. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but that's just sometimes stuff happens like that. So when there's not a video, we normally have other content on the website. So the website, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, you can go check it out, and we'll talk about the end of the video. But I want to talk about, we do have a winner. So every single video, you have a chance to win. If the video gets at least 50 likes, you leave a comment, you are a YouTube subscriber, you have a chance to win a weekly pass brought to you by FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. If you leave a comment and the video gets 100 likes, you have a chance to win a free month. 125 likes is a chance to win a free year. And if any of our videos ever get 150 or more likes, you leave a comment, you are a YouTube subscriber, you have a chance to win a lifetime pass normally worth $500. So no one won due to that because the last video had, I think, 41 likes, so we didn't even hit the 50. But the second way to win, leave a comment of the player you think is going to score the most amount of DraftKings fantasy points and how many fantasy points are they going to score. Closest without going over will be the winner. If you get it closest without going over, you win a free week. If you get it exactly right, you win a free year. And we did have one winner from the Friday's video, or Thursday's video. That winner is Michael Barnes 6589. Luka for 74 points. Luka went off for 77.25. So, congratulations, Michael. If you see this, hit me up. You can either tell me you have a user in this comment section. Leave a comment right here on this video to tell me that you won and you saw it. And if you already have a user on the website, let me know your username. If not, hit me up on email, dfshelp1@gmail.com. We'll get you set up for a free week. And you can come back tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Every day we have a video, you have a chance to win a free year. If you get it exactly right, let's say you get it exactly right for 3 times, you can win 3 years. So, that being said, smaller 3-game slate today. It's Saturday. It's a weird Saturday, but I completely get it. They're back into the little tournament thing. We're going to see these little slates every so often when there's a mid-season tournament too. But we are back. We're going to break it down. So if you've never been here before, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. We go through a difference here. It's a little bit different than what you're probably used to. So we're going to go over the Vegas numbers right now. We've got the opening numbers. By the time you watch this, these numbers probably have changed a little bit. Then we're going to dig in and we're going to look at each depth chart. We're going to look at each game and what players we like in those games. So the depth charts we're going to look at just a little bit. See if there's any players that jump out to us, if players that are out, stuff like that. After that, we are going to use one of our tools. We have many tools on the website. But we're going to use the NBA points allowed by position tool. And we're going to build a semi lineup that we're going to look at. So again, this is one way to do it. This is not the only way to do it. At the end of the video, I'll show you everything we have on the website, and hopefully you stick around. So, on top of that, if you do sign up, you can go to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. FTA Plus, $24.99 a month will get you sports betting and DFS, or you can use the promo code MLBVIP, all one word, all capital letters, MLB VIP. You'll get a $199 yearly pass for $75 right now. That includes NASCAR, NBA, NFL when that comes back, PGA. So a full year would be the entire MLB season for this year, the entire NASCAR season, the rest of this NBA season, the first half of next season, the entire 2024 NFL season, and the entire PGA season that we have in front of us. So, that being said, FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, use promo code MLB VIP. There's only a few left. I'm not 100% sure what the number is now. So, looking at the betting numbers, 3 games. Orlando versus Detroit. We know Detroit, they're not good, but they've been putting up points. They've been sticking into games. We will look at the plays there. Currently opened Orlando as an 8.5 point favorite, a 228.5 over under. Boston versus New York. I could see this kind of trailing down a little bit, be like depending on when it starts. If players are in for New York, I could see this being like a 3-point game. But Boston opened as a 6-point favorite with a 224.5 over under. And then Brooklyn versus Minnesota. Minnesota being an 8.5 point favorite, a 218 over under right now. So already down to a 3-game slate, not the highest over unders. We could see some low scoring, or we could see absolutely ridiculous scoring by a couple of players and blow everyone out of the water. That's just how it kind of feels. But everyone's going to be on Orlando. I want to look at Detroit players. They're going to stick into the game a little bit. Which ones do we want to look at? So those are the Vegas numbers. Depending on when you watch this video, the numbers, they've probably already changed. But we will definitely take a look. So that being said, let's jump right in it. Orlando versus Detroit. All of these players. Isaiah Stewart out. Suspended due to his altercation. I wonder why they took so long. Oh. Did not realize that, but he was arrested on a misdemeanor assault charge and issued a citation after he allegedly punched Drew Eubanks in the parking lot. That makes sense. That makes sense. That tracks. That definitely tracks for Detroit. Wild, didn't know that. So he's suspended 3 games. We'll see what goes from there. Orlando, Markelle Fultz didn't play on Saturday, or he will not play Saturday. He's out with a knee problem, but then he has a game on Sunday, so it's definitely something to look at. So we have 3 games today, and then we have a full, perfect slate for Sunday. Other players that are out, I mean, Quentin Grimes, questionable. But yeah, so basically when you look through here, and this is a good way to get a player pool. I like it, you know, when there's 10 games and you whittle it down to 5 or 6 games, and then you look at the depth charts and you make your player pool this way. So it's a smaller player pool, but I do like this. Bonchero, I'm completely okay with him. Cade Cunningham, we've been using him a ton, and he came through for us on Thursday. So yeah, we used him, and 50.75 at 7,600. He's up to 8,100, so his price is climbing, but he had 30 actual points there. Wagner here did let us down. 7,200 got us 26 fantasy points, but again, it's 3 games. You got to get a little creative. I'm okay. Basically, the players that I feel confident about come down to Cole Anthony, Jonathan. Probably as far down as I want to go would be Jonathan Isaac. Again, it's tournament type day. He's only averaging 15.9 fantasy points per game, but he's 3,700. He could be in store. If Detroit kind of keeps this game close, might not get what we need out of him. But again, he's 3,700. For cash games, we're looking for basically 6.5 to 7 times value. So 3,700 times, let's just say 7. That would be the target you're looking for cash. Tournaments, you're looking for 8, 8.5, 9 plus. So, and I mentioned this in other videos, but maybe you're new to the channel. You're not, the goal, the target goal would be to get 7, 7.5 times value out of every single one of your players. Probably not going to happen 9 times out of 10. But you have that instance where maybe you get that close with like more than half of your players, and then you have a Jonathan Isaac at 3,700 that gets us 37 points, fantasy points, and goes 10 times value. Those are the plays that change your life, because those are the plays that will put you up in tournaments more than, you know, min cash or cash games themselves. So you're going to have some of those players. You're not going to find a ton of those players. It's going to be very hard to have multiple players get 10 times value, but it can happen, especially if you do a stars and scrubs lineup there. So probably the farthest I would go down in this would be Jonathan Isaac. I don't think I'd want anyone below that. Next game, Boston versus New York. Hopefully it's a little closer. Hopefully it kind of levels out to about a 3 or 4 games point spread here. Yep, Randall. He's not going to play. I mean, there's no way he plays right now. Shoulder injury, could have surgery, so he's out. Jason Tatum. If Randall's out, Brunson is always up there for me. We used him Thursday night, 45.5 fantasy points out of him. Don't mind him there. Jaylen Brown, Porzingis, Dante, Precious, Derek White. All these guys are great. I would come down here. The farthest I would probably go. You've got Tillman. The minutes, though. Yeah, he made his debut, played 3 minutes, which is wild. Well, no, he actually played 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Yeah, they were up by 18. So he's not 100%. I don't know. Again, we don't have much to go off of. He was off for basically 3 weeks. I probably am off of him. Probably. So let's see what Luke Cornett did on 14 minutes. 14 minutes, though, 20 fantasy points. He had 19 minutes on Valentine's Day, got 30.5. So it depends. He's a cheaper option. Cornett is definitely a cheaper option there. Other option, Al Horford at center or power forward, depending where he's playing. The minutes have also fluctuated with him. That's the problem. The minutes are fluctuating for Boston right now in their center power forward position. So this is one I would definitely pay attention to. You could come down here to Hauser or maybe Pritchard, depending on if we know a little bit more from injury. But, I mean, you can't really rule out anyone here. OG's out. Yeah, we know that. He'll be out for an extended period of time. With him being out, that opens up Josh Hart. Love me some Josh Hart. 6,500 now. So he's going up. Well, he's actually gone down. But he's 6,500 coming off 40.5 fantasy points. So I do like Josh Hart. I like Hartenstein here. Bogdanovich here. Holiday. I want to like him more. But his price is at 6,000. He's had a couple of down games. I wouldn't. You know, a lot have to open up value-wise to make me look at Drew Holiday probably. But I would go down. Depends. Alec Burks, the minutes they're fluctuating. That's the problem. A lot of minutes are fluctuating for him. Never know what we're going to get out of some of these guys. So stick around with Tatum, Brunson. The guys you're paying up to about 6,500, you kind of know what you're going to get out of them. As long as they stay healthy, obviously. Then we go to Brooklyn versus Miami. Brooklyn versus the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards. Edwards got a fantastic matchup here at 9,200. Is expensive. I don't mind him. I do like Cat as well. Rudy Gobert. Ben Simmons. This is one. Be careful. You're probably going to get 20-ish minutes out of him. Sometimes he puts 32.25 up. Sometimes he puts 12.5 up. Ben Simmons played 21 minutes, had less than like 0.6 fantasy points per minute or something like that. I wouldn't use him. He's 5,600. I just don't trust him. Yeah, he could have good games, but this just doesn't feel like one of those. I would probably scratch Simmons there. I'd go, depending. You could go Dennis Smith Jr. a little bit with game log, played 16 minutes. He didn't do much either, though. This one's weird because Brooklyn's not that good. Minnesota, they could. I don't want this to be a blowout, but it could, in fact, be a double-digit blowout here. So in this game, maybe sprinkle in a little Brooklyn players, but I think I would probably stick with Minnesota more than I would with Brooklyn players. So that being said, just looking on the website, what we have, NBA, we've got player trends, which goes Fanduel and DraftKings, goes by spread and the over-unders. We've got the fantasy, the minutes played, if you're looking for every team and how many minutes each player's played. We've got the NBA points allowed, which we're going to go over. We got Vegas numbers. We got top plays, which are Fanduel and DraftKings implied team totals, and the spread. So we kind of, or DVP, sorry, it's top plays versus DVP and implied team totals. Our player projections are exactly that. So every time in the description of these videos will be that day's article. So go check that out. Normally when there's at least 5 games, we'll have 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position. Since there's only 3 games today, we will just have probably a handful, like 5 or 6 players at each position with their projections out there. depending on when you watch this video, the projections may have changed, especially on a slate like this, when value opens up. So definitely check that out, but don't just use the article and that's it. You want to check out everything else we have to offer. We have chalk. You're playing cash. You want to play the chalk. You're playing tournaments. You want to look at the chalk, differentiate yourself, and look at each position and look at the players that are projected ownership lesser or the least amount of ownership, but still have a good matchup. Those are the plays you want to go with. Then we have our cheat sheet. So I'll just show you what our cheat sheet was from yesterday. So each position, normally 5 or 6 players at each position. The blue is cash. The orange is tournament for each position. We then have some leverage plays on top of that. We've got DK tiers. We've got Fanduel and DraftKings optimal lineups. And we've got boomstick shots. So the boomstick shots are players that we are projecting to get at least 7 times value. And we hit that Thursday night with Matherin. I believe he went off for exactly 7 times value. I think it was 4. I think on DraftKings he was 4,700 and he had 31.75, or he had 37.25 or something like that. He had exactly 7 times value. We don't hit it all the time, but you can see that I've been right 43 different times this season so far. So that's just one tool. That's the cheat sheet. So that being said, we're going to take a look at this tool here. Again, not the only way to do it. It is one of many tools to check out. But what we do is we go through here, and you can do this too. Go through and for each position, sort out what team gives up the most amount of fantasy points. So we just come through here. San Antonio, Washington, Phoenix, Utah, Milwaukee, Charlotte, Atlanta, Memphis, Detroit. Only Detroit are the ones that are playing right now. So Detroit gives up 51.3 fantasy points per game on average to the point guard position. So what that would mean is you come here, you look at that. Let's go Orlando, point guard. With Fultz being out, you can really, if you want to save 600 between Jalen Suggs and Cole Anthony. So we can just look at Jalen Suggs, 18. The minutes kind of fluctuate a little bit. He's coming off a down game at 4,500. They have bumped him up to 4,800, but a good matchup here. He did leave the game due to injury. That's probably why the minutes were there. Yeah, it looks, as of the making of this video, does not have a questionable tag, does not have an out tag. Doesn't appear that he has a concussion. Maybe you watch this later on in the day, and maybe he does have that questionable tag. So Jalen Suggs is there. He's at 18 minutes, but he got hurt. So that was Cole Anthony why he came in. So if we look at his minutes, he played 19 minutes. He came in because of that. Again, though, we look at it. He had a really good game, 28.5 fantasy points against Cleveland. He's got a great matchup here. Kind of wait on the news here, but I'm going to go Jalen Suggs as of now. Again, news comes out. We will update. That will change a lot of players just depending on when that comes out. So then we come to the next position, shooting guard. Atlanta, Utah, Lakers, none of these guys. So Detroit, again, Detroit is here. So we've got Detroit giving up 44.5 fantasy points per game to the opposing team. So we come here. That's Gary Harris. Is it going to be him? Is he going to be the one with the minutes? He's got the minutes there. He hasn't really produced, but and he is up 900 from Thursday, but we'll throw him in there. Again, 3-game slate. I'm probably making 15 to 20 lineups, so this is not the only lineup and not necessarily a lineup I'm going to be using, but I wanted to give you guys, just show you one way to build a lineup. Some people like it. Let me know what your thoughts on this. I've seen a lot of great feedback from it. If you guys would like to see other things in these videos, drop that down below. Let me know what you guys would like to see. If you haven't already, go check out our playlist for MLB, and then check out, probably we started hitting our stride in May through September of last year. Go to like August or any of those times when there's a full 15-game slate for baseball. The video is about 45 minutes to an hour long every single day. We're bringing that heat back again this season. If there's anything in those videos you like or would like to see more of, drop that below as well. So moving on to the next position. So So I'll put it this way. This is a tool to use. Might not be the best tool when there's only 3 games, but we're using what we've got right now. So come here, Washington, Jazz, Kings, Spurs, Hawks, Hornets, Pacers, Knicks. Knicks are giving up an average of 46.3 fantasy points per game against the opposing small forward. So we come here, that's Boston. If Boston stays up, that could be Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser. Now, Hauser's obviously a cheaper option at 3,800. The minutes are fluctuated. He's been pretty good right here, but we don't know what we're going to get out of him. Do we want to pay up? We haven't paid up yet. So putting Jason Tatum in here, game log, the minutes, we know what we're getting out of him. Points, probably 20-plus points here. 48.25 is what he's coming off of. He is 10,300. So in theory, he would need 70 points. If you're looking for that 7 times value, well, 7.5 times value. Again, we've seen 75 here, 67 there. So he can do it. I'm trying to see if he's played the Knicks this year. Let's see. I don't think. There it is. On December 8th, put up 43.5. He's basically the same price. And then on November 13th, put 56 up. He was 10,000. So he stuck around right around that 10,000 mark. Hasn't, well, there again, 60.75 against the Knicks on opening day. Whether or not it's opening day jitters, I don't know. We know they're in a matchup here. The Knicks are a little bit more worse for wear on defense than when he played prior. So I'm going to lock him in there as one of the pay-up guys or the stars in a stars and scrubs type lineup for today. Move on here. Atlanta's not playing Jazz, Bulls, Hornets, Pacers, Pistons. So the Pistons are giving up an average of 50 fantasy points to the power forward position. So we come back to Orlando. Banchero, Isaac. Isaac is one where you could look at. You could look at Mo Wagner, the minutes for Mo. They have fluctuated. Coming off 25 minutes at 10 times value here. He's only 3,600. So if he could get those minutes again, I would feel confident about this. Let's see if he's played Detroit this year. Played Detroit February 4th, 21.75 at 4,600, which at 3,600, they've dropped him 1,000. Okay? Played 20 minutes there. The minutes are what scares me a little bit, for sure. Detroit, no. There. 12.25, 4,800. So they've dropped him down. He played 16 minutes there. That's my only problem. I don't know what minutes we're going to get out of him. Because then you got Jonathan Isaac at 3,700. The minutes are also fluctuating, but he's taken advantage of them a few times. Against Detroit, 16.5 at 3,800. And then that might be it. So do you want to pay there, or you want to go? You want to pay Banchero here, 4,800 or 8,400. Pay him there. You could still average about 5,600 out of there, which I'm okay with there. Then we get to the center position. Wizards, Hawks, Spurs. So we look. It's Pistons again. Detroit Pistons, not the best. Wendell Carter, we've got him at 5,100. Jonathan Isaac, 3,700. So at 5,100, you could still. The minutes, you're probably looking about 23, 25 minutes out of him. Seeing what he did against Detroit, 15.5. Not ideal, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. This is where then you get a little bit weary because maybe you just throw out the NBA points allowed and you just check out the center position. 5,600 you could look at. Any of these you feel confident about. So you can see Wendell makes the top of the list here. Nick Claxton, not the best matchup here for him. Game log wise, the minutes are there. We know what we're getting out of him. Fantasy points haven't been there. Porzingis against the Knicks. Precious here against Boston. Maybe you want to pay down a little bit. Like I said, Luke Cornett. If Tillman's out, Luke Cornett could be in store for a good game. Jonathan Isaac, if you threw Isaac in there, now you can average out 6,300. Again, it's a tournament lineup with 3 games. You got to get a little creative. So 6,300, you can still come through here. If any of these tickle your fancy, that's completely fine. If you want to pay down a little bit and then go big at another position, I'm completely okay with that. if I look at this, Jaden Ivey, just look at his, not the best matchup, but the minutes have also fluctuated there, and his output has been iffy at best. You got, to be honest, it's not my favorite slate. I don't know if I'll be playing 20 lineups, to be completely honest with you. Mike Conley at point guard here. The minutes, I think I'm going to put him in there because I like this matchup for him. Then we can still average 6,800 for a forward. So you could go up. You think Franz Wagner, but again, he let us down. Josh Hart, like I said, I like him. Now our utility spot, we can average, or we can do 7,100. Cam Thomas, game log, the minutes are about there. Inconsistencies abound for him as well, but we are here. Hartenstein here against Boston, depending on which, yeah, his minutes aren't there either. Pay down. You don't feel like you have to use all of your lineup or all of your salary, because you don't have to use all of your salary. Duran, I don't mind him. Honestly, I probably am going to use him. Is this a finalized lineup? No. Is it a end-all, be-all lineup? No. But it is one lineup. I'll probably be making maybe 5-6 lineups today. Probably just take a break. I'm going to be on the lookout for the NASCAR video. The article will be out. If you haven't seen what the article was, 3 different ways. We've got drivers we really like, drivers we somewhat like, and drivers we kind of like. So we'll break it down as well. So if you didn't, go check out our NASCAR video for the Daytona 500. You can go check out how the cadence of that and see if you liked it. But yeah, we are back with racing. We're very excited. Love the cheat sheet. Love everything there. So a lot in this video for a small slate. If you liked it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one. Good luck today, and as always, bring them that bacon. Peace!